Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is You Should Know is Rambo, and today I'm going to be showing you some GTA 5 PS4, and this is probably going to be one of the most poorly planned military base, whatever the fuck I'm doing right now, military base heist I'm trying to pull off. It's probably going to be one of the poorest, but I'm going to try and do what I did on PS3, so yeah, they get easily fooled because I'm hiding right here. But aside from that, let me just state right now that, yes, I saw the Mentalist tonight, and I was going to talk about it, and also, I really like that this PS4 catches the audio, unlike the PS3, because back then when I set up this actual capture card to the PS3, excuse my language, it was a bitch. I did not like it. So yes, after hours of watching some Mentalist, well actually, not hours, it's been like an hour. Here's, first of all, let me just explain real quick. I was very confused at the beginning of the season due to the fact that, well, first of all, I missed the first episode because Walking Dead was on, and I forgot to record it, so yeah, that was dumb of myself to do. But I just really wanted to point out to you guys that, well, I really didn't notice what a main point of the season is. It's just basically Jane and Tisman. They're following up just a bunch of random cases that are completely irrelevant to the show plot. Which, I mean, they've done. I mean, they didn't, like... they were tracking Red John from seasons 1 to 6, since, spoilers, Red John is dead now. But, yes, Red John is officially dead, like, I'm sure he's dead. So, yeah. But aside from that, I literally just, I mean, I was lost. Like, I didn't know what the main point of the series is. The main point so far, as I have noticed, has been what is inside the silver suitcase. And if you guys watch The Mentalist like me, then you'd probably know that, A, there's a suitcase, it's silver, they got it in the 3rd episode, and it's... Sorry, I'm distracted by this gameplay, but again, here's mainly what, I think it's a silver suitcase so far. The silver suitcase is basically, they found in episode 3, they were with someone who Patrick already knew, Jane already knew. Let me just empathize the point. But aside from that, I just kind of pointed out that there's a lot of stuff, like, I mean, they found it off of her, because she was sort of an informant to the FBI, to their particular crew. So she was basically an informant, but she was good at double-crossing, and they caught her, so I mean, more spoilers. But they caught her eventually, but hopefully, yeah, I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, you know, she's gone, I'm glad, because I really hated her character. I really hated her character. Stupid fucking controller. But aside from that, yes, I am just completely lost with the... I was lost at first, but then I realized the silver suitcase. I realized it was the silver suitcase, so yeah. It was the silver suitcase. And I'm sure right now that the silver suitcase is the main focus so far. And what I mean by that is that, you know, just the silver suitcase, you know, just, I mean, that's basically what they've been kind of focusing on. And it's just been kind of, I just died with the perk, but aside from that, let me get down to the business. But the Mentalist is, basically the silver suitcase is the main focus right now. They opened it, today's episode, but it was a troll note from Patrick saying, "Curiosity killed the cat." That should be a trend, by the way. Tweet that out. But, that's in case if you watch the Mentalist. But aside from that, yes... You know, just, I've been kind of chilling out. I'm not really doing anything recently. But, I'm saying random things now, but here's the main question I'm going to empathize to you guys. I'm saying empathize a lot. What the fuck? But seriously, I'm going to be asking you guys, what's in the suitcase? Well, we did see what was in the suitcase. It was just a troll note, and it was annoying, and it pissed us off because we want to know what's in it. Well, I think that's the main part, and I think that's why it's so damn interesting. Because, well, let me think about it again, let me do that again. Silver suitcase, and it's not showing us what is inside it. And of course I was confused, as I said before, like I've been saying this whole episode, and then I finally realized it's the silver suitcase, because I realized I saw the Mentalist, the official Mentalist Twitter site saying, what's in the silver suitcase? So then I realized, snap, in my brain, I had a huge epitome right there. So I had a epiphany. I had a huge epiphany, and basically that told me that was what they were talking about. But aside from that, I'm completely lost by like what's been going on recently. And I mean it's not like it's confusing. I mean, they're just taking up random cases, but it's the final season. It doesn't really feel like a final season so far, in my opinion, because I mean, The Mentalist is unique because they don't actually always focus on the main story. Like when they had Red John, they really focused on it. Not all the time. Like they took up random cases all the time, but they really mainly focused on Red John. And if you watch season 6, Red John is dead. He's gone now. So basically, there is no more story to be told aside from Jane's point of view. And I think the only problem Jane has is that whatever is in the silver suitcase, or the FBI might double cross him. I mean, the dude who runs the FBI, who's, you know, helping Jane and Lisbon out so far, I think he's a pretty cool guy in my opinion. I mean, I'd probably be cool with him and be like, yeah, you know, I'll be with him. You know, I'll stay. But, you know, you never know, because the last guy from the CBI was actually working for Red John. Everyone thought he was Red John, but in fact he wasn't Red John. They came to the wrong conclusion. Spoilers. It was the sheriff. But aside from that, yeah, it was the sheriff. Like, I mean, yeah, the actual sheriff of the town, you know, the mustached guy. He ends up, but yes, Mr. Jane is very good at what he does. Let me just empathize. And Red John, let me just say right now as well, Jane even said it himself, he is a genius. Like, I mean, he was a genius. Like, he was just as smart as Jane was, okay? I mean, Jane was a, just, you know, I mean, Jane was, he was kind of that cocky asshole who worked at your, you know, workplace, you know, he was just kind of there, he pissed you off. He's still kind of like that because he likes to piss his friends off all the time, but yes, he does piss his friends off sometimes. But aside from that, you know, just, you know, I mean, then Red John evaded the police for 10 years after he murdered Jane's wife and daughter, Charlotte's his daughter, and I think it's Anna is his wife, I'm not so sure. But after they got murdered, it took 10 freaking years to take down Red John. I mean, I understand that, you know, if you're going to be, like, a killer, you have to, like, you know, cover your tracks pretty well. But Red John, I mean, Red John is a very bright mind, let me assure you right now. And he names an association after the world's trippiest poet/artist. And if you don't believe me, check out William Blake's paintings and poetry and tell me that it is not trippy at all. Like, just tell me that it is not trippy, because it really frickin' is. Like, I mean, it is. Like, whoa, they got frickin' custom. But yes, I mean, they've got frickin' a lot of stuff on them. I mean, I give much props to the show because they made a very great storyline. But aside from that, I just kind of wanted to empathize, I'm saying empathize again, that, well, since the Red John storyline's over, and there's a lot of stuff going on, that, you know, there is more, and I don't know what the main bad guy is going to be this time. Either, here's my theory on who the bad guy is going to be this season. Since Red John is dead, and the crew is, you know, kind of back together and just, you know, doing random stuff and whatnot, you know, I just kind of wanted to empathize that, you know, just, I mean, well, I mean, we saw a bad guy in the episode, if you're talking about where we got this suitcase. And he was the, I forgot the Asian dude's name, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to call him the Asian guy. The Asian guy, he was in a contact, he was in cohorts with this one guy, and then that one guy was like, you know, he had this hood on, and he was kind of secretive. So my theory is that either A, he is, the following of Red John is still alive, you just don't know it, or B, we have a new bad guy we have to deal with for the whole season that we have to deal with, who is gonna be a Moriarty. So I mean, we're gonna have another Moriarty. Like, I mean, with Jane and Red John, let me just get back to that real quick. That was a Holmes and Moriarty rivalry. Like, trust me, because I mean, if you watch the series, you'll see like they are exactly like Holmes and Moriarty, because they're just as smart as each other. They both can kind of, I mean, here's the unique thing about Patrick Jane. He can kind of just see you, he can look at you, and he knows right there you're guilty. And that's kind of what makes the show interesting. Last, The Mentalist. But then again, this is kind of dragging a little bit, but let me just say right now, who's going to be the bad guys this season? We have two main questions, or at least I do. Who is going to be the main bad guy? Actually, three. Who's going to be the main bad guy? And if there's going to be a main bad guy, it's going to be another one of Red John's followers. Is the Red John saga not yet over? Or there's going to be an entirely new and improved bad guy. Entirely new and weird bad guy, and it's going to be fun to watch, and he's going to be, you know, giving clues to frickin' Jane, trying to tell him, hey, come find me. Because that's kind of what, again, back to the Red John, that's what Red John was doing. Nothing is interesting without Red John anymore. I mean, after Red John's death, the series was just over. Like, I mean, you know, good thing they're having the final season now. Like, you know, I mean, they killed him off in the middle of season 6. Like, I thought at least at the end of the actual series they'd find and kill him off, because we know they would have a showdown. Once, and they did, and it was at the middle of season 6, and Jane successfully took out the Red John. So yeah. I think that's it for now. That's the 2 or 3 questions I had. Oh yes, third question. What the hell is in the silver suitcase? Tell us, CBS. But aside from that, that's basically the end of this video. My name has been Rambo. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys later. Bye.
That's what